your Nissan Sports Desk.
He's got a lot of Dirk in him. Like, what caught my attention the most is how much he talks on the court, and the only difference is they didn't understand what Dirk said because he said it in German, and I think, his teammates are going to love it, fans are going to love it.
What's not to love about the Mavs' #1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg? He's an 18-year-old, 6'9" superstar in the making who's ready to come to Dallas and join a group of veteran players who might have one of the best front courts in the league come next season. Flagg also not afraid to show how he feels. Since I got time, let's take a listen.
There's a statue of Dirk outside the arena. Obviously, he was the face of this franchise for a long time. He kind of handed the baton to Luka. The anticipation is he would have been the face for a long time. Plans changed. There's now that anticipation for you. How do you feel about kind of that lineage?
Okay, this might have been my favorite part of the press conference. Check out the side-eye Flagg gave after someone mentioned the little change of plans on who the future face of the franchise would be since Luka has obviously a new home in L.A. I wonder what Flagg was thinking right here. He kept it very humble and mature, though. I have to give him credit for that. And I'm sure he was warned some Luka questions would come up eventually. Who did know what was coming, though? Head coach Jason Kidd. So Cooper Flagg will make his summer league debut in less than 2 weeks, which just happens to be against the Lakers. Fans, not the only ones excited for the matchup.
I'm excited about giving him the ball against the Lakers and see what happens. Let's get it started right off the bat. But I think just his poise, he's going to be successful for a long time.
That's exactly the kind of message Mav fans need to hear after a roller coaster of a season. And speaking of emotions, nobody's built up more than one basketball player who was not expecting to hear his name called in the first round of the NBA draft, at least not as early. Yang Hansen, who played for China's top pro league for the past 2 seasons, didn't even have a table to sit at.
Yang Hansen from Zibo, China.
I'm going to admit I do not have the scouting report. I'm just going to put myself out there.
An incredible moment for the man who didn't have a scouting report, making his way down as the Portland Trailblazers lock in a guy who was averaging just under 17 points and 10 rebounds and went a bit unnoticed on the scouting reports. Like I mentioned, that was until, of course, the 16th pick came in on the clock.
So after the 15th pick, he noticed more and more cameras surrounding him and just thought, something was off or something was about to happen. So that's about when he found out. So the Blazers had scouts scouting him in China, the last couple of years. But, at the end of the day, this is sort of beyond his wildest imagination.
Well, looking forward to see him make a name for himself in the U.S. But another player who's ready to get to work, Cowboys' newest defensive tackle, Solomon Thomas, who had an eventful offseason thus far. The man, let's just say, has been very busy. First order of business, Solomon proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Kaylee, in the most dreamy location. Take a look. Looks very thought out. Credit to him. Then this man made time to take part in a Broadway musical based on the life of Michael Jackson. No big deal, right? But the one thing Cowboys fans care about most, he's making time to put in the work with his newest teammates, Micah Parsons and Osa Digizua. You can see Cowboys, though, report to training camp in Oxnard, July 20th.